Baby, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, woo! Welcome to the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. This is the Midnight Rider. That is the Gentleman Jack. That is the Boss Man BJ. And this morning, we give you something special. We give you some of the greatest gifts in the world. We give you this gift that is the Sunday Rise. And I don't know if you guys know, but we're going to go from the Bible 49 years ago, 364 days ago. St. Peter sent an angel. God sent St. Peter to this couple. They said tomorrow, January 19th, you will be blessed with God's third greatest creation, a boy, and you will name him Benjamin, Stephen, Conti Jr. He will be known as the Midnight Rider. And on this day, you shall know and be blessed. And the only reason we call him God's third greatest creation is because Jesus gets jealous when you say the second. But this is the Midnight Rider. This is the Sunday Rise. Fellas, how y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm nice.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, I see that medicine hitting quick. Like, look, that's all the acetaminophen talking right there. I love it. I love it, baby. Let's go, man. Look,
medicine.
Look, man, we got a special guest. Usually we bring our guest picker in around 12, but since we're on the divisional week and we're going to dive right into it and get his ass kicking out just like the Seahawks did last night, I'm going to bring my man in, Mr. Mo himself. We're going to bring Mo to the stage. Mo, you good? You can hear us?
Yes, sir. I can hear y'all. How y'all doing, fellas?
Oh, we good. He had to hear that great intro. Good God.
Yeah, that was a good intro.
Hey, man, we try to keep the intros on the Sunday Rise special, top tier. You know what I'm saying? Mo, man, it's good to see you, man. I've been trying to get Mo on for a while. Busy man. As you can see, rabid Commanders fan. But we're going to dive into and get to know Mo a little bit. And then we're going to dive into yesterday's divisional. A lot of stuff to talk about. Already got a whole bunch of stuff to say. I already know. Jack, Midnight Rider, you already know I got a whole bunch to say about that Buffalo game yesterday. So I'm going to need y'all to get y'all, coffee together and sit down when I go on my rant about that. But Mo, talk to us, baby. Matter of fact, no. Let me get this to the man that does this the right way, okay? I'm the boss. I handle things in the background, right? Midnight Rider, Jack, they are interview people in the passenger seat. Wednesday night, 8 p.m., the best interview show on podcast land. Okay? Take it away.
All right, so we're going to start you off with a question that me and the Gentleman Jack always use for in the passenger seat, his show. We're going to ask you about your first sports memory, man. Like, what made you a sports fan? I see you Commanders out, so.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good question. Sports fan, I grew up in a family of track and field. Like, my father was like, he's Gambian. He was an Olympic guy. He made Olympic teams. So he was a sprinter. I myself was not the fastest guy ever. But so we grew up in a track family. That's how I ended up in love with sports. But as far as football, I'll tell you my love with the Commanders in football. When I was 6 in Gambia, before we came to America, came here when I was 9. My parents were up late one night because of the time difference watching Michael Jordan play. And I would happen to be up, snuck by the couch, watching them watch Michael Jordan. It was a commercial. It was a Cowboys and Redskins commercial. And mind you, in Africa, football is not a thing. American football is not a thing. So I was just like, what is this sport? I'm like, what the hell? This is crazy. This looks so awesome. And then, a couple years later, we come to America on a Saturday. That Sunday morning, I wake up, turn the TV on, and you'll be surprised. It was a Cowboy Redskin game on. I learned football in one setting. I learned the whole thing in one setting.
Wow. Wow, Mo. I've asked that question hundreds of times, me and Midnight Rider, and we've never had nobody say a sports memory from outside the country where they was watching sports. So that's a first. That's a first.
Yeah. That's how I became a diehard Redskins or Commanders fan now.
Amazing.
Yes, sir.
So being born in a track and field household, like who are the sprinters or the runners that like you came to know or fell in love with?
Apparently when I was born, my nickname was Carl Lewis. That's because that was my dad's favorite guy. But they quickly learned that I was flat-footed. I was more like my mother than him. All the speed girls. So, but then growing up, we was Michael Johnson fans. Like that was the thing with the gold spikes, and we'd be outside trying to run like him because we were there. That's all we did. It was like who could do the best, Michael Johnson. So that was our guy growing up, and obviously eventually Usain Bolt took over. But growing up, it was definitely Michael Johnson.
All right, so real quick, Atlanta Olympics, Michael Johnson's running, and you know how they have that little camera that runs alongside the runner. Mm-hmm. Where were you when you saw that? Because everybody has that moment.
Yeah, I remember being in the basement with the whole family, and I'm sitting in the corner on the couch and just watching, and it was like magic. It was just like so intense. So as soon as that was over, all the kids went outside and we lined it up like, let's race right now.
BJ, you remember that moment in the Olympics in Atlanta when he's running around the thing?
I was in front of the TV. Look, everybody was waiting for that. I was in front of the TV in my living room waiting for that race. So definitely.
Do you remember that Atlanta Olympics? Michael Johnson I think it was the 200 or 400 where they had this camera running alongside him.
Oh yeah. No, I do. I remember Atlanta Olympics. My wife and her family were at the Atlanta Olympics. I was just a boyfriend at the time, so I ain't getting no ticket to that joint.
Oh, should have. Never mind. We're not gonna go there. It's funny. The reason I asked you guys that, because I think that was one of the last moments that my mom was with us, and we were in her hometown, Gretna, Virginia, and we were in like one of my cousin's house, and all I remember is he had a big screen TV, and everybody was standing around, and we watched him come around that corner into that final thing, and it was one of the dopest moments. That's why I always ask, because I feel like there's some moments in our lives where like reality hits, and we have to take that picture, that photograph of that moment, because it's so special in that moment and in that time. So that's why I asked you guys that question. I appreciate you guys for indulging, man. For sure. Go ahead, boss, man. The show is yours, boss.
Hey, look. Now that we got Mo in here and setting, you comfortable, Mo? You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. All right. The first game of yesterday's divisional round was the Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. But we're not going to get into that game first. We're going to get into the second game first, which was the 49ers and the Seahawks, okay? When the announcer, before they did the kickoff, before that man's foot hit the leather ball, and he said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of the game. That was the last chance the 49ers had in that game. That was it. That was when you know that when they show the graphic, when when teams score back and forth and the chance of winning fluctuates,
right?
It immediately went to 100% for Seattle. That was the last moment getting off the bus that the 49ers had in this game. We're going to let Mo go first, and then we'll go Gentleman Jack Midnight Rider out. I mean, it's not really to finish out. I mean, I got a stat that I'm going to throw out there. This was an absolute shellacking. Mo, talk to us. What did you think about that game yesterday, the second game, the 49ers and the Seahawks?
Oh, man. First of all, division game, right? So, these guys already know each other, and Niners are coming in there limping. To start the game off like that, that's a huge, huge emotional swing. And to try to overcome that with the 12th man that loud. I mean, I seen that. I was like, this is gonna be a tough one to overcome. And that defense showed like they were serious. So I mean, by halftime, I was just like, this is over. Like it's gonna be. It reminded me of how the Eagles handled the Commanders last year, because it's a division game and you're coming in a little bit not where you're supposed to be, and then they just are home and just got all the momentum, and nothing works after that. So that was, as soon as that started, like you said, it was just like, oh, this is going to be an uphill battle for them.
Yeah, exactly. That 12th man in Seattle is something else. Jack, what did you think, man? Like it's really you think about that game, they just got dominated, Jack.
Definitely. No, that Seattle defense just shut down that recently high-flying 49er offense by demolishing them 41-6. I mean, Seattle returned the opening kickoff, as y'all said, and didn't look back. The Niners managed 6 points in the first half, and that Seattle defense allowed no more. It was just big plays. And Darnold didn't have to do much because the turnovers from the 49ers gave him short field. So that's why his numbers aren't that gaudy. But I feel the defense was just strong in Seattle, as the numbers show. And my boy DeMarcus Lawrence, man, 12th year out of Boise, got 15th sack of the year, man. He's third in the league in sacks. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence has got another sack. That's all I meant to say. Offense with Purdy was terrible. So, man, is this, what's going to win a Super Bowl this year? Is it going to be a heavy defensive team? Seattle, Houston, Denver's defense, but that's something we'll talk about a little bit further down the show. Midnight Rider, how you got?
Man, this game from the kickoff, like BJ said, was over in the beginning. It was written, if you want to use Nas, it was even illmatic, and to some extent, dog. This game, the Seahawks came out. What's his name? Raheed Shaheed. Like he stole their hearts, and he took the ball game away. And like BJ said, it went from 0 to 100 in one play, and that's when you knew it was over. We ain't have to watch the rest of this. We can catch the highlights if you want. Go. You can go to YouTube or Tubi and watch a rom-com, because this game's over. Ain't no need to watch the rest. So go ahead, Big.
Usually you go to YouTube and you get the highlights, and it's about somewhere a good game 15, 22 minutes. Good highlights. That game got to be like, that highlight clip got to be like 3 or 4 minutes. That's it. All right. I got a stat for y'all. Brock Purdy on 33 dropbacks ran 413 yards. Okay. On 33 dropback attempts, running for his life, trying to get away from the Seattle defense, he ran a total of 413 yards. Okay. Some comments real quick. That's the big guy, KG, the number 9 Memphis, coaching number 9 Memphis in the background. That's B Junior. Hey Mo, we run a college football league.
Okay.
For 26. My son, he only 7. For some reason, he's number 9. I tucked him away from Memphis so he wouldn't bother nobody. For some reason, he's number 9 in the country. So we got to figure that out. I think it's some point shaving going on in that. Coach Powell, he said, was it a game, Coach? It wasn't. It wasn't. J-Dub coming in.
Whoa, Pete, what you doing? You can't do that. It's Coach Powell from Pretenders or Contenders show on Monday.
That's why I got you here. That's why I got you full of oxycodone. You got to correct me on this stuff.
Like we gotta give him the love. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I had Midnight Rider in the training room. Okay, I don't know if y'all remember, what was that, blitz? When you gotta give him the shot, you gotta line it up. I hit Midnight Rider with that shot. Like, let's go. I need you. That's why he's here, baby. Let's go. This is showtime. The 49ers did not understand the concept of winning the game. They did not.
And you know what the concept is? In order to win the game, you have to win the game.
It's that simple.
Words of Showtime.
It's like it's not rocket science. Okay, this Matty Ice from Drive Time 5 p.m. Mondays. I had a feeling Seattle was going to do this. San Francisco had to go West Coast and East Coast back West Coast, and it showed. Matty, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. That drag going back and forth, Carolina. I didn't think about that. And they came out flat. And y'all, look, for as long as we've been doing that show, Kyle Shanahan is on my golden mantle of who I praise, because I feel like Kyle, Sean McVay, Andy Reid, they're the, when it comes to game planning and prepping, they're the best in the league when it comes to that. Because we watched Kyle the last couple of years. They've had injuries every year. The 49ers have somebody down, somebody out every year, whether it's Purdy, whether it was Debo, IU, whoever it was, somebody on defense, and they figured out a way to win the games. And yesterday, they just did not have it. Seattle took belt to ass. We needed Michael Irvin out there in the Seattle Seahawks jersey with the 49ers jersey laid over the trash can and taking the belt to it, because that's what they did yesterday. So you got the Seattle. What'd you say?
Go ahead, Jack.
Seattle's defense didn't allow McCaffrey to beat them. Okay. They took care of McCaffrey in both aspects of receiving and rushing. And I thought that was the key to Seattle's game plan. Let's make Purdy beat us by himself. So it didn't happen now.
I got something to add to that too, because
Go ahead, Mo.
Rarely the GMs get love, but that she trade was a trade deadline trade, right? Or like a mid-season trade, right? I think so. To have him come out and just start the game like that, you know, that was a good trade by the GM. He made an impact.
Yeah, you looking for difference makers, and he made a difference and start off that game. Let's go, Damian Pearson, real quick. San Francisco had too many injuries, can't overcome, but so many.
Yo, that's Day from the league.
Oh yeah.
Also, he does a podcast on Saturday mornings at 12. Him and Paul called Knowledgeable Fans. So if you want another perspective outside of ours, check them out on Saturday mornings at 12 p.m. And they get you going. So what you do is you get you a little bit of the gridiron at 11:30 here on the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, and then he go over to him because wait, I'm sorry, I'm doing it just this justice. But the gridiron is one of the greatest fictitious college football shows in the world, Craig. So we talk about the game where we, the guys in this room and the Sideline Junkies and others, participate in college football 26. So we do that dope shit, and then we actually have a show about that dope shit, because all we do on this network is
dope shit.
Thank you. And then before I go further, let's give a shout out to the man, the myth, and the legend that is Gentleman Jack Carr. I think he was out last night at South River and Meade. Earlier this week, he was at Laurel and Bowie. So we got to get the word out that there's a guy that does high school sports outside of Coach Powell, and he gives it to you dope. He gives it to you real. He gives you live interviews. He gives you live game performances. He even gives you tip ball experiences at the beginning of the game, captures it, encompasses it, and makes it yours. Gentleman Jack, tell the people what it is, man.
Well, it was amazing. And I had 3 games of the week. I had the Tuesday matchup between O'Connell and DeMatha in Hinesville, Maryland. I was unable to make that one, but I was able to report on it the next day. O'Connell and my guy from in the passenger seat, Coach Joe Wooten, ended up pulling out the victory over top-ranked DeMatha on Tuesday. Then I got to get out to a Prince George County Class 4A state champions game in a great matchup with the Bowie Bulldogs. That was Thursday night. Tough battle. Laurel took the L in this one, but it was really a great game. I think the final on that was something in the ballpark of 55-50, I believe. And then Friday night, the biggest game in Anne Arundel County, the Meade Mustangs versus the South River Seahawks. Man, both of those teams is Trump tight. Shows why they are both right there in the top 10 of the best high school basketball teams in Anne Arundel County and the state of Maryland. So that game was won by the Meade Mustangs to continue to stay undefeated. Yet South River took their fourth loss. It's only the first loss they've had in state. They've played 2 out-of-state prestigious tournaments against prestigious teams. And they took a couple lumps against some very high-ranked teams in Pennsylvania and Tennessee. So that South River team, man, you might see 4 losses next to their team, but they are way better than that. So, yeah, I'm having a blast. I got some friends out there I'm making now from other networks that are covering, just trying to schmooze and see who's who and jockey for position. It's been great. I'm starting to get some being recognized. The student section was like, hey, you got to video us. I guess they seen some of the other student sections I did, and I really love interacting with the students and the young athletes. I feel they need airtime.
Nah, dog, you do a great
Absolutely.
job, man, and you give the kids enough love in their space, and that's the best thing. Mo, real quick before I forget this, this Thursday we got a joint called the Commander's Couch.
Yes.
So the Commander's Couch is where you get to air. It's almost like Festivus. You get to air your grievances about the season that just happened. We'll give you 2 minutes on the clock. You can come in, talk about it, and yeah.
If you're not free, you can record it and we can air it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll make time for this because I definitely have a lot I want to get off my chest.
Oh, don't we? Don't we all?
Especially the season.
Yeah. So Thursday, 7:15. You get 2 minutes, so don't waste your 2 minutes. You know.
Real quick, fellas. Real quick. Let's get to some more comments. Coach Powell, Pretenders and Contenders, Monday, 7 p.m. Did I do that right, Ryder? He said, look, Coach Powell has a very low tolerance from some BS and excuses. He said, man, they are professionals. If you can't get up for a playoff game despite the travel, it's a shame. Showtime coming back in. Sometimes I get sad the Panthers don't have CMC anymore. I think that game helped me prove that it was the right move. And Coach Powell coming back through. I think this is the Laurel score, 56-51.
Okay. I knew I was off a tad bit, but thanks, Coach. Thank you very much. And it was nice getting out there talking to your squad. You got some very nice young men on your team. I look forward to seeing you play again this year.
And I'll be out there soon. I got to catch up with my Spartans and show my support. So I'll be out there soon. So that was the recap of the Seahawks and the 49ers. Belt the ass 41-6. And we're going to move on to a team I've been supporting since I've been watching football. Oh, my God. Okay, look. I'm about to drop ether, okay? And I'm going to go last on this one because I got a lot to say. All right? The Buffalo Bills going to empowered Mile High to take on the Broncos. So much going on in this game. Even to the end where we got big breaking news, and we'll talk on that once we get to it. The Bills leave Denver losing once again in the playoffs. Divisional round, 33-30 to the Denver Broncos. They move on to next Sunday's AFC Championship at I believe it's Sunday 3 p.m. And we'll start with Mo. We'll go Gentleman Jack, Ryder, and I'll go last. Mo, talk to me. This was a lot to chew on, man. What did you think about this game?
It's funny because I read this thing from a Ravens fan that was saying Josh better get the same slander that Lamar gets, for not getting past some of these big games, right?
And I was laughing. Are you friends with a dude named Brian Bacon or something?
Brian Bacon? No, I'm not sure.
Okay, it's one of my guys from high school, dog. He said the literal exact same thing that you just talked about. So that's why I had to ask you. Go ahead, my brother. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna interrupt.
Oh no. So then as I'm watching the game, I'm like, yo, this was Josh Allen's chance to get past. There's no Lamar, there's no Pat, the guys that always get in his way, and you got a second-year quarterback, and this was his moment. Even though if let's say he did win the Super Bowl, there'd be asterisks because you didn't go through Pat. You didn't go
Right.
through long, right? But this was the moment where everything lined up for him. Like, yo, this looks like a smooth path for you to get to that AFC Championship game and possible Super Bowl. And of course, they didn't make it. So it's looking a little bit Jim Kelly-ish right now for him in his career.
Jack, what you got?
I gotta say, hold it right there, Mo. Hold it right there. Slow your roll, slow your roll. I mean, yeah, I understand. Everybody's saying this is Josh Allen's time because there's no Pat, there's no Lamar. But you had a Drake May and a Bo Nix that had better seasons than Drake and Lamar. Than Pat and Lamar. So, you still got solid quarterbacks and solid teams in there. So I feel Josh Allen is getting the short end of the stick from this Buffalo squad, from this Buffalo front office. Where's the defense at? In 7 playoff losses, Josh Allen and the Buffalo defense have given up 31 plus points a game in the 7 losses. So you don't see him losing 24-10 enough, and he's losing shootouts where you need just a little bit of defense. So let's get it right where the game was. Buffalo cooked as usual. Dalton Kincaid made big plays. Josh Allen hit 9 different receivers, yet he had 2 interceptions, so make that 11 different receivers. Ha, ha, ha. That was my humor for the day. Cole Bishop, I love Cole Bishop, the second-year guy out of Utah. He was flying all over the field, 2 tackles for a loss. But Denver, it was all Bo Nix. 279, 3 touchdowns, 29 yards rushing. Other than that, there was really no run game for Denver. They only had 70 total yards rushing. So how did Buffalo lose to that? I mean, it's 279 passing, yet 70 rushing, it says right here. Cook was rolling. Cook had over a buck. The turnovers, I think, severely hurt Buffalo. But to be in the position they were at with the 3 turnovers, they shouldn't even have been in the game, in my opinion. So Buffalo was lucky to have a shot. And I think they had 2 shots, and they blew it. So Denver, Bo Nix, no Bo Nix. Bo Nix with a chip bone in his ankle. So you might have broken hearts in Buffalo, but they got broken ankles in Denver, and that could be broken dreams in Denver. They're going to be starting a quarterback. Shit, he hasn't started a game since like 2021 or something. The boy ain't thrown a pass all season, only took 4 snaps. So I don't know how much defense can help that, but we're going to see next week. So, man, BJ, tough finish for Buffalo. I thought they had it. I thought they should have had it. As I said, I felt they had multiple opportunities. And the play calling at the end, the interception, I thought the cat caught the ball and was down by contact because his back was flat on the ground, yet they roll over and the defenders got the rock celebrating his ass off. So what's the official going to say, that way? But, and I agree with Coach, I thought they should have took a little time to look at that play a little closer. This is the divisional round playoffs, guys. It's not a second game of the season. So I thought that was a bit of a blunder by the officiating crew as a whole. So, like I say, a pretty even game on paper except for rushing yards and the turnovers. And you turn the ball over that much, it's really hard to win. That's what I got, fellas.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, the Buffalo Bills went out there trying to chase waterfalls, and they lost. You can't chase waterfalls, even through the lakes and the rivers they run through. This was a ball game where Buffalo just didn't have it. And I watched this game, and I felt bad for my brother B because they just it was like it was right there. This is one of those ones Like, I think B would have rather Buffalo got blown out than lose this close, because this would have saved his sanity. You know what I'm saying? He would have been able to breathe again. Shout out Tony Braxton. In this moment. But now he got to struggle, man. It's hard work, man. It's hard out here. You know what I'm saying? Today, this Sunday morning, it ain't easy. You know, shout out Commodores. Because everything ain't easy like Sunday morning. If you don't get the reference, I brought it back to you one more time for you. But nah, dog, this is tough. When you root for a team and you want them to succeed, you got 4 Super Bowls down. You got 2, 3 different performances where your team just doesn't come through in the clutch. And shout out to the man on my shirt, Yoda. You know what I'm saying? There's no try. It's just do. Off you, BJ.
Real quick on these comments. Mo, who is this?
Who? She Five?
She Fire?
Yeah, that's my brother, president of I Stay Famous. Well, the CEO of I Stay Famous. I'm the president of I Stay Famous.
Okay. He made a comment, Broncos are cooked, and I think he's referring to Bo Nix and that broken ankle. Stidham is about to get ran through. You hear me?
That's his name.
Like a buffet, like a buffet Sunday morning. You're gonna get ran through. Matty Ice. He said, I got too much to say for one comment. He's gonna save it for drive time, Monday, 5 p.m. Just will say sorry to boss, man. Damn, it sucks. Denver losing next 2. The fact that Josh Allen's washed, he needs to leave. Bills are cursed clearly. And then he says Lamar and Mahomes were hurt this year. That's all that happened. Let's see. And then we got Maddie. They looked at it during a commercial break from that turnover. They said it was reviewed and confirmed. Oh my goodness. I get to talk now.
I didn't see that.
I get to talk now because this is absolutely ridiculous. All right, look. I'm gonna tell you.
Hold up, BJ. Hold on. Let's see. Can I get it? There you go.
You want me full screen? All right, look. Listen to me. If you want I'm an extreme Bills fan. Look, I'm repping today. Okay. If you want a level-headed Bills fan, you're gonna have to turn into Unapologetic Sports 6:30 on Tuesdays. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Okay, because I want everybody gone. Nothing is off the table. I say this all the time on this show. To keep doing the same thing and expect different results is insanity. Okay? The Buffalo Bills have had the same issue for the last 6 years. They don't have any pass rush, and they don't have a number 1 receiver. And I don't want to hear about Stephon Diggs because you cannot name me a Stephon Diggs play that changed the course of the game other than the Minneapolis Miracle. He did nothing in Buffalo. Okay. If you he ain't did nothing in New England either, Jack. If you throw this ball, he doing okay. Okay ain't a top receiver.
You got Cardi B though.
Okay.
Yeah, okay as a slot receiver. Okay is Khalil Shakir for Buffalo. That's okay. We talking about Justin Jefferson. We talking about Jamar Chase. This guy's not a top 10 receiver. All right. I got his stats. Let me give you his stats real quick. Playoff stats, 20. AFC Championship loss, right? That was the first AFC Championship, 38-24 to Kansas City. He had 31 targets in the playoffs, 20 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 311 yards. 21, 10 targets, 6 catches, 67 yards. 22, 19 targets, 11 catches, 149. 23, 17 targets, 10 catches, 73 yards. I don't want to hear shit else about Stephon Diggs. Okay? If anything, we could compliment Gabe Davis because he had that hell of a game, that 4 touchdown passes. He's done more for Buffalo than Stephon Diggs ever did. But I'm going to read this back to you. 2019, wild card loss, 22-19 to the Texans. What I just talked about, 2020, AFC Championship loss, 38-24. This is where you think the Bills, okay, they made an AFC Championship game, young Josh Allen. They on the rise, right? That's what you think. All right, next year, this is the shootout. Gabe Davis, 4 touchdowns, 42-36, lost to OT to Kansas City. This is where they changed the rules for Buffalo. Remember, now they changed the OT rules. Everybody get touches. All right. The next year is the only year I'm going to give Buffalo a pass because DeMar Hamlin had to be resuscitated on the field. That team was mentally exhausted. And I think also the same year was a Buffalo shooting at the supermarket. That team was mentally exhausted. They lost to Kansas City. They lost to Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Was that in Cincinnati? 27-10. That team was out of it. This is the only year I'm going to give them a pass. The next year, they lose in Kansas City. 27-24. Divisional round. Last year, they get Kansas City in home. What they've been waiting for. They lose to Kansas City again. 32-24 in Orchard Park. You go to Denver last night. You have 5 turnovers. James Cook fumbled the ball. That changed the whole momentum of the game because Denver could not stop Buffalo. That was going to be 14-3. Denver gets the ball back. They score. Josh Allen ended the half. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He transferred back to 19 Josh Allen. Wild, reckless, careless. It's 16 seconds left. What the hell are you doing with the ball? He fumbles the ball, gives the ball back to Denver. They kick a field goal. They kick a field goal. They get points out of that. Guess what that field goal could have been? That's the difference of the game. That's the difference of the game. 33-30. Game's still tied if you don't get that point away. James Cook fumble. Then you get a phenomenon that hasn't happened with Josh Allen. He throws 2 interceptions in the playoffs. He hasn't had any interceptions in the playoffs. I think Josh is hurt personally. If you look at both of those deep throws, they had nothing underneath it. They were short. Even the one to Brandon Cooks, where that controversial catch. Both of them were short. Both of them hung in the air. But you got to give credit to Denver's defense because they had his internal clock ticking. He had to go. He felt like he had to get rid of that ball. He wasn't comfortable. They have to make a decision. Because if I'm Terry Pagula, I'm firing Brandon Beane. I'm firing Sean McDermott. Brandon Beane, Keon Coleman, first round, wash. Elam, the cornerback they sent to the Cowboys, absolute wash. All right, Sean McDermott, Jack said it. A lot of us have said it. He's not a top 10 coach. He cannot go back and forth with the big boys. It's not happening. When it comes to Andy Reid's proven it. He's beat him 4 times. He's not that guy. Now, last night wasn't his fault. I will give it to him. But he's not going to win you a game based off of his game plan. Jack just said it. They average in the defense is letting in 31 points a game. 31. You're a defensive coach from Carolina. Your defense is letting in 31 a game. I don't want to hear. I'm like Coach Powell right now. I don't want to hear nothing about injuries. Okay. They had Darnell Savage come in. Cam Lewis got hurt. He shit the bed. He overran the play in the end zone. Touchdown. Then they had Dane Jackson come in. His shitty diaper is solidified in Buffalo. He comes in. They hit him the first play. Touchdown. This is coaching. Your guys aren't ready to come in. How am I going? If I'm sitting at home, the announcers know. I don't know how many people a Mile High hold. 60,000. Everybody knows. It's a quarterback just came in the game. Cole, we're going to test him. Why the hell are y'all playing man coverage? Press man coverage. The Dane Jackson, he's one-on-one with this dude. What? I'd had Dane Jackson playing 15 yards off. Look, don't give up any. Why are you bumping? Why are you here? Why are you here? Even the quarterbacks, when the quarterback get hurt, what do you see the backup doing on the sideline? Getting warmed up. Now, these guys don't have that opportunity most of the time. If somebody get hurt, Tre'Davious White went down. That's why Dane Jackson had to come in. You just throwing in there. Why are you playing bump and run man coverage? Why? I just don't. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get this. I want Brandon Beane gone. I want Sean McDermott gone. And I told you, you're talking to the extreme Buffalo Bill fan here. I wouldn't mind if they move on from Josh Allen.
Oh,
Wow.
What?
let him go get a ship somewhere else.
Hold on. You know what? I got to bring the show back to some level of respectability and just comfort, because I felt all the pain here, and I think we need a little.
Oh, you see what I got to deal with? This is what I got to deal with on a regular basis.
Oh, come on! Don't act like this don't touch the soul a little bit. All right. That's
Now go ahead before BJ.
Hey, look. Listen
Go ahead before BJ tears up his Christmas shirt he's wearing today.
yeah.
Listen to me. Josh, there was a lot of emotion in that locker room yesterday. Even Brandon Cooks was crying. He just joined the damn team. And Teron Johnson said something, one of the best nickel corners in the league. He said, we're not here without Josh. And that's absolutely true. That team doesn't move without 17. But Josh Allen, as much as I give you the praise, yesterday was your fault. You had 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. Yesterday, instead of whatever that device is that lowers the casket, that wasn't there. They just threw the casket in there, and the hole is 10 feet deep, and it was full of water. That was Josh. It was all Josh yesterday. I don't want to hear any. I said before the Jacksonville game on Unapologetic Sports, 6:30 on Tuesdays, Lee Ice Flying Brian. I said no more excuses for Buffalo. No more excuses. That game was on Josh Allen because he had his even at the end. He had Dalton Kincaid. I think that was Kincaid.
Oh, yeah.
He had Kincaid and missed that throw a couple weeks before. He missed the throw in the Eagles game. That was the difference between, I think, the 2 seed and the 6 seed. He missed that throw. Yep. No more excuses.
He had a pass rush on that throw to Kincaid, BJ. That guy was coming right up the middle. He took a shot, too. Had to throw it off his back foot, I thought.
So has Patrick Mahomes.
You know, you got to say that. I think.
I already danced to this jump this morning.
I'm sorry. But Jack, what I was going to say is we watched Patrick Mahomes do it under pressure. We watched Joe going to the Super Bowl, Joe Burrow under pressure, getting hit. This is when you separate the men from the boys, and Josh Allen can't separate himself to the men. I don't want to hear him mention. I don't want to hear him mention with Pat Mahomes anymore.
Right.
All right. Him and Lamar in the same room. All right. With the snacks and the Cheez-Its and shit. That's the room they're in until they can get themselves out of that room. That's where Josh Allen sits. Because he shit on himself yesterday. So did Darnell Savage, Dane Jackson. They all wearing a shitty diaper today. That's on him. That game is on him. Buffalo
Go ahead, Jack. You don't think more of the blame is on the defense versus on Josh Allen? I understand he had 3 turnovers. I understand that part. But giving up 30 plus in these 7 games that we talked about that Buffalo has lost, you think that's all on Josh Allen?
No. I'm not gonna say. I'm saying this game was on Josh because Josh turnovers led to points. That's not on the deep. You can't do that to your defense.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you can't keep putting them out there because for whatever reason, and this isn't Josh's fault. For whatever reason, nobody told Sean McDermott that Bo Nix could run. I mean, everybody else in the stadium knew. Everybody else that watched football knew. For some reason, Bo Nix running all over the damn field. Like they damn, we didn't know Bo Nix could run. And that's what I'm talking about with Sean McDermott. It's like it was no plan. When they did blitz 6 people, Denver picked it up. When Denver blitz, you could tell Denver blitz. And this has been a Sean McDermott problem throughout his tenure. This isn't just the last night. This is a defensive. You can't tell me a defensive coach and you have these fail, like they had 2 or 3 3rd and 11s yesterday that Denver converted wide open. They sat in the zone wide open. It's like it's just I don't know, for that to be the I think we either the number 1 or number 2 pass defense in the league. Buffalo was. You couldn't tell me yesterday.
Do you feel that they were in bump and run versus man to man and vice versa at wrong? I mean, I know you said it was wrong time to be doing that there, but on 3rd and 6, I'd be man up.
And they do a lot of disguise coverage. So they do man push out to zone. They're good. They're really good at that. They'll do zone, make it a zone look, it's man. Or they'll man up half the field. They do a lot of disguise coverage. The 2 3rd and 11s I'm thinking of, they was zone. The receiver just went, cover 3, sat in the zone, wide open. And it's frustrating because, like I said, you go through 30+ points average for this defense in the last 6-7 years. It's time for a new voice. The thing is, you can't find McDermott if you don't have somebody that's ready to take this team to the Super Bowl. And I'm not really talking about a coordinator. You have to find somebody that can get this team to the next level.
You know, the funny part is, I'm thinking here, I'm like, yo, B's crashing out on Josh Allen, but you know, like he's a real fan. Like that's Roy Motion, somebody that really follows the team. So I gotta let him do that. But then at the same time, it's like based on the matchup, Bo Nix, Josh Allen was supposed to shine. I know they don't play each other, but that matchup is like clearly, you know, this is supposed to be Josh Allen's game. And Bo was he was looking good. And I'm not a Bo fan per se because, you know, I'm a Jaden Daniels guy. So this whole quarterback class, you know, between Drake May, Bo, Jaden, you know, so I'm like, Josh Allen should have did more. I was expecting more than those 3 turnovers and even some of the decision making. Even Coleman stepped up. I was surprised, you know, and then it didn't go their way. So I was just I was expecting more for sure.
Keon Coleman. Thank you for adding that to Brandon Bean's list of failures. I think I did say him. He had a drop in the end zone. The only reason why it was nullified because it was a flag for holding. He had a drop in the end zone. I'm beside myself. If I could look at myself, I would slap myself right now. I'm beside myself. Let me tell you guys this, okay? Last year, I was in tears that game to Kansas City in Orchard Park. I threw most of my Buffalo shit away. Okay? All right, I'm going to tell you how deep I am with this team. Had me stop watching football for about 5 years. Probably from 06, 06 to about 10 or 11. I couldn't watch football no more. It was just, you watch the Patriots, you know, give us the jail cell treatment for 20 years.
God damn.
And I was just tired of it. It was tired of it. We always finished good enough to get a 9th or 10th pick, never that top 3 pick to get a quarterback to change the franchise. This team weighs a lot on. If you're a fan of this team, it weighs on you heavily, man. It really does. Midnight Rider, let me get to some comments real quick. Go ahead, Ryder.
Before you get the comments, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm not gonna do it. But a certain
right now is all we got. You know what I'm talking about? The greatest opportunity in the world is found in today. You understand that? We don't even know what yesterday got for us. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's already gone. Tomorrow, too far away. What about right now? What about right now? Huh? Would you give it all up for me right now? I got you. Huh? Let's go then.
You needed to play that for Josh Allen. Day at the completion of the catch process, the ball was in possession of the defender. Pick was definitely a good call. Day, I agree with you. Raw motion yesterday, I said that's a catch. Brandon Cook's knee is down. I looked at it several more times. No, the catch completion has to fall to the ground, and he took it from him. Tony Red, hey, what's going on, Tony? Showtime.
Whoa.
obviously football is different. You see a lot of crazy injuries that hockey players play through Stanley Cup playoffs. Too bad Knicks isn't like that.
Damn.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Out here showing her thing.
Man, it says set up and just drink water. I don't know if that's for me. Damn.
Well, one time Sarah said put a Band-Aid on it and get back out there.
Hey, look. Hey, what's this? The boy, the wide receiver for Buffalo, played with a torn ACL for most of the game. Band-Aid, put a Band-Aid on it.
Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but dude deserves some love. Shivers, something like that. Yeah.
Sarah says, I don't know, B. I can't tell that you're a Bills fan. I'm not blatantly obvious or anything. Hey, look. I think that's the first time Showtime has heard me rant about the Bills like that. Day says, Ben need to get some rest. It's too soon. He need more time. He said, B. Look. Hey, Day, I got my ass whooped in the game last night in his league. I wasn't even there. I just picked up the control. I was so mad at that Buffalo game. Right, still operating on pure emotion. Mahomes is definitely in a tier by himself. He is. I don't want to hear no more comparison. No, not another one. Caleb Williams last week threw one of the best passes you'll see under pressure. He's done that a couple times the last couple
left.
He's done that a couple times.
But the problem is that the other 80% of the ball game, he plays like crap. You know, like he's so dynamic and so dynastic as a passer, that he can. I think I said this before. It's like he lives in the world of smiles and cries, right? There's some passes that make you smile, and there's some easy passes that he doesn't complete that make you cry. And it's the Denzel Washington version of smiles and cries from Training Day. He is the smiles and cries of quarterbacks. I'm gonna try to take that wherever you want to take it. You know, that's Midnight Rider 314. I'm gonna let you have that.
Let me tell you. You said something in the beginning of that. You said, what did you say that? Damn, I forgot what you said that quick. Something along the lines of him doing that in clutch. I'd rather. If Josh Allen operated that in clutch yesterday, the Bills would be in the AFC Championship today. Give me a shitty game for 85% of the game. And then in the clutch 15, you hit Dawson, Kincaid over the middle, which would have been a go-ahead field goal. We're in the AFC Championship game. Give me that. Matty Ice says the fumble on Allen is on the coach. Just take the damn knee and go to the half down 7. You only had 18 seconds left and no timeouts. No, Matty, they had time. I think they had a timeout. You're hoping that you send him out. Josh can scramble and leave. Prater was hitting the field. He was hitting. He was home because he's a ex-Bronco. So you hoping that maybe you can get in range, put 3 on the board. I got to put that. We'll shift some blame. I put some of it on McDermott, but Josh had the ball out here like he was LaShawn McCoy. Josh was running with the ball like this, not tucked away. That's on Josh. I'm sorry, I'm over.
Good.
They said he called Denver by 3. Buffalo been weird all season, losing.
He did on his Knowledgeable Fans podcast that airs at 12 p.m. on Facebook or YouTube. He did call that, so I got to give him his love on that. He did call it. He did call it after like 3 iterations of what he wanted to do, but he did call it.
All right. Let's take a quick break. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come in. We're going to talk about Texans, Patriots, Bears, Rams. We're going to get into those games today. You are watching the Sunday Rise with the Sideline Junkies. We'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Where we go?
Nah, he missed it.
National Fixed League 100% passes. Our Bills.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the commercial for tomorrow's show, 5 p.m. Drive Time, starring Matty Ice, Showtime Sarah. Showtime Sarah is the also person that won our Picks League this year. So let's give her some love on that level show. Because it was tight. Pause.
Always is.
It was the competition was tight towards the end of the thing, but she pulled out the victory on that. Also tomorrow night, I don't know if we're gonna get to it, but you got Pretenders and Contenders at 7 o'clock. So we're gonna give you what you need, and what you want. And if you don't love what you need, you can find love here on the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. Because love is a house, and a house is a home, and that's what we do. Now,
my heartbeats in this joint.
Over to the boss man, BJ.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna finish out these comments before we move on. Justin Carroll, National Fixed League, 100% bastards. Our Bills got effed. NFL is scripted. Denver versus Bills proved it. Zebra officials suck. I know. Let's move on. We got today's divisional round continue. Who comes on first? Is it Patriots and Texans or?
Yes.
All right, let's go to Foxborough, where the Houston Texans is going to New England to take on the Patriots. They are 3.5 favorites. The point total over on is 40.5. Mo, I'm sorry. I know you ain't seen me go off like that, baby, but I had to do it for my Buffalo Bills, man. So we'll start with Mo. Go to Gentleman Jack. We go to Ryder. Let's talk about the Texans Patriots. Give me your thoughts on this, Mo. What you think?
Nah, but I felt you on your rant. I felt the passion. I was like, yo, he really cares, like for his team. So yeah. But as far as this game, I think I alluded to earlier that, you know, I'm very biased when it comes to that quarterback draft class with Jaden and Drake May and Bo and all of them. But the way Drake May's playing has been really like surprising. It's like he over a year, and then nowadays they don't give quarterbacks time to develop. You better come ball right away, or you know, you're done. That's why you have the Sam Darnolds and, you know, QBs that traveled but eventually developed into being decent or top tier starting quarterback. So with May's play right now, I like the Patriots, and I'm not a Patriot fan. Like, I went to school in the New England area for those years when you stopped watching football. I was in that area where they were winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl. So I grew a certain passion of hate for Patriots. But I like what May is doing. With all that being said, Texans defense is real though. Like, Texas defense is real. Them boys are gonna be bringing that heat. Even last week when we saw Stroud play pretty mediocre, that defense held it together. So if Stroud can just come play, like, not even his best game, just be decent, I think it'll be a solid game, a competitive game where defense will edge it out, because so far defenses have been the differences in these playoff games, whether it's lack of defense or you bring in a stop defense, and that gives you the chance to win the game. So I'm actually looking forward to the seeing CJ Stroud step his level of game up, and for the Texans to handle business.
Mo. What are we gonna do? Well, what am I gonna do with you, Mo? You got to see if that Texans top-ranked defense can stop May the Patriots. But let's not sleep on that offense and defense on the New England side of the ball. Stroud, he has to do it. He has to do it today. He's got to put up some points today. I don't think this is going to be a 14-6 game today. I do believe Houston's defense is going to lay it out there. Don't get me wrong. But I think this New England offense, they rock and roll. Drake May, the running back, Travion Henderson, and BJ's favorite wide receiver, Stephon Diggs. They're going to get down today. I feel he's been big in the last several games in New England. Not just numbers. I mean, he's made big catches, first down catches, doing whatever it is to help his coach win. Is the way I feel that Diggs is going about things with this New England team. I think he finally realizes he's not bigger than the team he's on. I think he realizes he's a contributor to the team he's on. And I think that makes New England a better team. Woody Marks over there with Houston, I'm not sold on him. I know he's had some good games. Nico Collins, I don't know if Stroud's going to have enough time to hit him the way he wants to. You got to watch out for that defensive pass rush for Houston, and I think Drake May can do that. So I like New England to win this, and I'll take the over.
Okay. That sounds good.
Nah.
And like as we sit here in the corners in the coffins of this Sunday morning trying to figure out life and trying to figure out what's right, there's a song by a fictitious band called the Five Heartbeats. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? And you got to stand up. And at this point in time, CJ Stroud has to stand up and be committed and contribute to what is the cause of the Houston Texans being better than and greater than what they are. Because if he doesn't, then there's no hope. And in the words of Marion Barry, we can be up with hope and down with dope. But this guy is the guy that's going to take us to the promised land, take us to a place, another place, to another land, take us to where we're going to be. And I think the Houston Texans and their defense is going to stand up. They're going to be proud. They're going to be brave. They're going to be the few, the proud, and the brave. They might be the Marines of this whole situation. The Texans will take them. Their defense will take them to a place where others don't understand, don't want to be. And whether it's Danielle Hunter or Will Anderson or my guy Peastry, they're gonna make it do. They're gonna make it do what it do. So I got the Texans. This is definitely an under game. And hopefully you get all the references. And if you don't, I'll just give you a slick one and a quick one and say Tennessee. Go ahead.
Tennessee.
Catch up on some comments real quick. Justin Carroll again. I want the Patriots to completely smash Denver. Matty Ice. Houston D is going to give New England fits.
Pause.
Sad to see it's not a game no more.
Yes.
I got to get this to them. Go Bills.
Bills.
Go Bills. I said, hey, look, it's so cool when I'm out and somebody see me with my Bills stuff on, or you just hear it be from across the damn parking lot. Sometimes you don't know. You hear "Go Bills," and you give it right back to them.
What I often hear is, "My name is Jeff." You get it. You get it.
Let me die. Look, I'm riding with the Texans defense. I think we talking about it's light snow, 33, typical Foxborough playoff weather. I think that favors the Texans and that defense. And y'all know I'm a huge Bills fan. I think New England did really good this year, but it's a lot on Drake May. Drake May is going to have it. Who was doing the game yesterday? He said something about Bo Nix.
Did one.
Was it Brady yesterday on
Brady did the late game, I thought. I thought Romo did the early game.
So Romo said something about Bo Nix, and I'm gonna say the same thing about Drake May. At a certain point, he's gonna have to make a play. You get the play called, but I think in order to beat the Texans, Drake May is gonna have to beat the Texans. It's not gonna be a perfect play call. It's not gonna be we're gonna set you up and the defense. He's gonna have to find a way, whether it's his legs or whatever it is, to beat the Texans and get conversions and keep them on the field, which is going to be hard. The more you stay on the field, I think that favors the Texans defense. but Drake is going to have to find a way to be dangerous. But with that being said, I just think the Texans defense is going to be too much. And Nico Collins is out. Nico Collins is out, right? He's out.
Oh, I did not hear that.
I think
Is that
Nico
true?
Collins is out.
Yes, he's out. He's out.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
got a
not
concussion
good.
earlier.
Yeah.
Jack, I'm sorry.
So
I know what you saw.
J-Dub says it's going to be a great game between the Texans and the Patriots. The Patriots are back with Drake May at quarterback, but the Texans defense is legit.
Yep.
And he said, I want the Texans to win it all depending on the game CJ Stroud has. So I'm taking.
Who did Mo take? I'm sorry to cut you, B.
I definitely took the Texans.
Over? Under?
Under.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, BJ. What do you got?
I'm taking the Texans under.
Everybody going under. JC going Patriots. Let's go.
Lone wolf on this one.
Hey,
I tend to be that sometimes.
Hey, the only pick that matter right now in the Junkies is Showtime.
About it is this Joker he's the lone wolf, but he's like in this stretch. I think he's probably like 4-1. Being
I'm a good 80%. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, dog. Like I literally, when he says that, I'll go back and I'll bet something on his side. Yeah,
Just in case.
just in case.
Just in case you know what you're talking about.
Just in case.
All right, fellas, let's move on to
Okay.
the next game, the late game. The Los Angeles Rams are going to probably the coldest game ever in Chicago at Soldier Field to take on the Bears. 3.5 on the Rams. 3.5. Okay. Wow. And the point spread is 48.5. What?
Yeah.
Nah.
They're expecting the shootout. Yes, sir. They're expecting the
Chicago?
shootout.
Yeah.
The wind ain't supposed to be blowing. It's just going to be cold as balls.
It's just cold.
Wow. Okay. Look, Mo, take it away. Give us your thoughts. Who you think going to take all of the Bears and the Rams and advance to the NFC Championship?
Oh man. See, I have a thing with Caleb, like I was saying earlier again with this quarterback class because of my boy JD, but they basically are the Commanders of this year. They just have that juice. They have that touch. They got that magic this year, and it's hard to beat a team that's playing like that at home. I mean, now the Rams are solid, right? They're gonna come, they're gonna play, but the way the Bears are playing, they don't believe they can lose. You can see how they're playing. Like they're just like, we're gonna win the game. Like they're just gonna keep playing, throw picks, whatever, how ugly it gets, and they're just gonna come back and slowly win the game. And Caleb is playing lights out. Like at this point, I gotta say, yeah, he deserved that to be the first overall pick last year. Like that's how well he's playing. So. If the Rams defense is gonna be formidable. They got my boy Forbes out there playing like a first round corner now, even though he looked trash when he was with us. I got my Forbes.
I'm sorry. Hold.
Glad I ain't had to do it.
Lies. This is fraudulent.
Hey, look,
Fraudulent
say this for the Commanders couch.
This is fraudulent talk.
He's balling.
No, he's not balling. He stinks. He's still showing. He's all right. You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? That was unprofessional of me. I'm gonna go back to sitting in my corner as the Midnight Rider. Go ahead and finish your thoughts. I'm sorry, sir.
Fall back.
And also, I'm very biased when it comes to Forbes. Let me just say that because when we drafted him, like I think I still got my Forbes jersey. I bought that as soon as we drafted him, and let me tell you, I've been disappointed. So seeing him play at this caliber he's playing in, I'm really surprised. I mean, he's
okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I was trying to be respectful, but you didn't get the return. Like you didn't return that jersey because there was no way you in your mind had Forbes as the corner over Carlos Gonzalez or whatever his name is in New England.
Oh,
there's no way.
No.
Unless you were like the incestual him of the family of the Forbes family, there was no way you believed in Forbes
No.
that much.
No.
Mm.
I definitely thought Coach was tripping when we passed up because I believe we left him on the board, then took Forbes, right? So I
Yeah.
remember, I remember being like, Christian Gonzalez is clearly, felt built. He like built almost just like Stingley or something. So I was like, who's this lanky, skinny guy? But I'm a diehard fan. Like, I'm riding. I'm like, whatever. This is who you chose. This is who I'm going. In this jersey, I'm doing the whole 9. And it's been rough. I haven't wore that jersey since year 1, I believe.
My bad. I'm sorry, dog. I love you being here, and Forbes is just one of those things that, like, I don't know.
For this show.
I know you didn't see the draft show, but we did a draft show, and I had to hold my tongue because the whole time I was waiting for Christian Gonzalez to get to us, and then we get Gonzalez and Forbes, and they take Forbes. Dude, you don't even know the constraints that I had to have in place to not cuss out the Commanders during that pick.
Oh.
So I get it. I wanted to like hold on to it, but I was like, no.
Nah,
I'm gonna let you have the rest of your time. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, nah. Me and Forbes, hey, that jersey. I remember one Eagles game. I wore the Forbes jersey. Man, a random Eagles fan walked up to me, and he has an AJ Brown jersey on, and just like mossed with his friend taking a picture, like just stands over me like this. He's like, yeah, that's what we do to Forbes. Oh, I kicked out that game, And then I was like, you know what? This is the last time I'm wearing this jersey. I'm retired. But back to this game. I like how the Rams defense plays. My boy Forbes, and they got my boy Cam Curl out there, safety.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they got a couple Commanders on there playing much better. But the way Caleb is playing right now, I mean, I'm just gonna say I see the Bears advancing and handling business. Now Puka gonna be hard to stop, but they outside. They got the elements on their side. So I'm riding with the
Bears.
And I'm going for the under. So you can go ahead and mark that down, Jack.
You got it, babe. But I'm gonna hit you with a 3-piece this time. Whoa. First of all, good comparison on the Chicago Bears and the 2024-2025 Washington Commanders. Yes, spot on comparison, as in the success story Commanders had last year. Number 2, you gotta put that Forbes jersey out in the Washington Commanders graveyard of jerseys, because there's been quite a few of them. Number 3, I'm going to tell you about number 3 in this whole description of this ball game. Matchups between two high-powered offenses. You got Caleb Williams going against MVP Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, 46 touchdowns, 8 picks. That's protecting the ball. Stafford don't throw it away often, and neither does Williams. He's only had 7 picks on the entire year. But I'm looking in the running back position, the wide receiver position. I think the Rams just got better folks in them positions than Chicago does. I mean, you look at Chicago's leading wide receiver is a tight end. Okay, Colston Loveland is Caleb Williams' favorite target. It looks like the past 3-4 games. I'll take Kyron Williams and Puka Nacua over Swift and Loveland any day. Linebacker Byron Young, 12 sacks. He's really balling. And then you're going to look at a linebacker named Nate Landman. My boy, 132 tackles. That's pretty nice season right there from a linebacker. Most times safeties get all those tackles. But I look for Caleb Williams to really struggle with the different schemes that the Rams defense is going to throw at him. And Odunze still has a foot that's bothering him. So he's not 100%. Right. I wonder how much Odunze is going to be involved in this game, because a foot with a wide receiver is very important. Planting, pivoting, jumping, running. I mean, a foot is very important to a wide receiver. So if he twinges that foot early in the game, it could be another receiver unavailable for Caleb Williams. So I picked the Rams to win this one, and I'm gonna go with the under. I don't go with the high over like some of these experts are saying, because -9 degrees, what they talking about wind chill at game time. Shorty, I've been out there playing in some games where it's 25 degrees and it's cold as ass. -9? Shit, I ain't getting out of bed, dude. No. So let's go with the Rams. Who's up next?
So they say when it's cold outside, that's another lyric from a song. And I totally agree with you, Jack. I think the Rams are one of the better teams to deal with this, because they dealt with the snow in Philadelphia last year. They dealt with some other things in the past couple of years. So I think the Rams are going to be okay. And I totally agree with you with this under. I don't see how, when it's cold outside and you're trying to see the month of May.
The month of May. I knew you could.
But that there's some things in this thing that is the Rams and the Bears, or the Bears versus the Rams, that I just don't know if Chicago has enough offense late. And I'm gonna say this one more time. I don't know if the Bears have enough offense late, because the Bears like to come back in their games. They don't start off good, and I don't know if the Rams will let them operate in that space and time. I'm gonna give you a little Donny Hathaway. Like, there's a tiny grain of sand that I don't know if the Bears can operate in to make this comeback. So I'm gonna take the Rams. I'm gonna take the under, because I don't think they're gonna score enough. So give me the Rams under. Take it over, Boston.
Get to a
stop. I'm gonna stop you. Because I just dropped you a Donny Hathaway gem. So if you don't know where that gem comes from, just understand, look up some Donny Hathaway and live your life right. Go ahead, boss.
10-4. Coach Powell, Pretenders and Contenders show tomorrow, 7 p.m. He said Caleb Williams comes through again. Justin Carroll, the Bears. Mike Dicker. He said, "What's the temperature in Chicago today? As cold." That's the temperature.
They say -9s. What they talking about?
Yes. As cold. You talking about Roma Dunze in that foot? He's not gonna be able to fill that joint. So they don't even.
Oh man.
Matty Ice, I had to keep riding my Chicago bandwagon until the last stop. The Bears. Can the Bears stop Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams? I don't think so. Let me tell you this little tidbit. They said Ben Johnson in their practice, they kind of rubbed the Bears the wrong way, but it helped them now. He turned the heaters off in practice. Turned the heaters off for them in practice so they could get used to the cold. I want to know if the Bears are going to play that game today, because when one sideline something's not working, the other sideline you got to turn it off too. So because they've been doing that, I want to know if the Bears are going to play that. Hey, our heaters ain't working. Y'all got to turn y'all heaters off too. I'm just saying, Jack. You already know how the game is part of the game, because I thought Buffalo was going to do that yesterday, because if you notice, Josh had to go change helmets. He couldn't hear.
Right.
And I thought they were about to play that game. Hey, we can't hear. Take y'all headset out. Y'all can't do it either. So it's gonna be interesting. But I'm gonna go with Matty Ice. I'm gonna ride the Bears wagon too, man. Midnight Rider said something about being clutch in the right times, and that's what Caleb Williams has done. Clutch throws in the right time, running for his life. Give me that any day. Give me that any day. I'm going to take the Bears. I'm going to take the under. And for me, I need to see the Rams on the sideline. If they like this and then big sideline coach, the game over. No, you ain't got to worry about the Rams. If they like this and the coach, the game over. Because I see it all the time when Miami comes to Buffalo. Them boys like this. Like this, we just want to get the game over with. that we done with this. But I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be close. Give me the under and give me the Bears.
Looks good. We got 4 of us with the under on this game, and then 7 of us with the under on the day. So y'all riding that under bus today.
Hold on, Jack. I want to actually make my. I want to switch.
Uh-oh.
Emotional.
Hey, Jack. Hold on.
Ain't tried.
You know what he did? He put it in reverse.
Yeah, I'm putting it in reverse. I'm gonna go with the Rams, and I'm going with my boy Forbes to have an impact play on this game. And with that being said, you know, taking the 13 outside.
He did a bit.
Oh man,
You gonna stay with the under?
Yeah, staying with the under. Staying with
Okay,
the.
you can't change both, so you good there.
Oh man, this is yo. I love when people get the show. You know what I'm saying?
It's a gender reveal, right?
Yes, it's a KG gender reveal.
real quick, Larry from YouTube unders today, both for money.
What's up, Larry?
And J-Dub Rams and the over.
Got you, J-Dub.
Look, we're gonna take another quick.
Go ahead.
We're gonna take another quick break, and we're gonna come back with our last 2 segments. So we'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network and the Sunday Rise. And I don't know if you do, but in this moment, we played the clip from In the Passenger Seat, Jack Carr, 8 p.m. Wednesday nights.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't believe in what you believe and you don't die on the cross of your beliefs, then you won't understand the show that we put on Wednesday nights. We are not being in the margins. We're in the middle of the page. So if you want to be in the middle of the page, you want to be the paragraphs, you want to be the words that matter to people in life, come check out Sideline Junkies Podcast Network in the passenger seat. And I'm gonna turn this over to the boss man B. Take it away.
And if you don't mind, we got 2025 Maryland High School state champion head coach Steve Krauntz is going to be on the show from Patuxent. This is Steve's 3rd state championship. I look forward to mixing it up with him Wednesday night.
Sounds good. Definitely will tune in Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Real quick, we're gonna jump off of basketball real quick, and we're gonna go to college players caught shaving points. Oh man, look, I'm gonna go real Mo. I'm gonna let you go real quick. I'll go. I want Midnight Rider to go last. He's our better expert. I want him to go last on this. Mo, I sent it to you this morning. Real quick, give us your quick thoughts on this.
My quick thoughts on this are simple. Like, first of all, the way gambling is so accessible right now is, it's pretty rough for young men. And for these smaller schools, like, are they getting NIL? And if they are,
yes,
how much are they getting? Because I remember college being hungry and making noodles, and and starving. So, my quick sense is that these smaller school players probably are seeing the chances to have a quick come up if they NILs or if they get them or are small. So I'm not surprised if they're doing it in the big leagues. I'm not surprised they're doing it in college.
Real quick, and I'm gonna turn it over to Jack, and we'll let Midnight Rider finish. It says 17 teams on 29 games. They gave $30K to players to rig games. $30K to rig the games. 30K. Yeah, 30K. 30K. Look, welcome to the new normal. Like this ain't going nowhere. I think that it's gonna be one of those things where players are going to find better ways to mask it. But with so much money involved, it's really hard to do that because these casinos, these betting machines, they're going to protect their money and their profit any way they can. So this it's the new norm. I think some of the players got to work on their acting skills because you watch some of the clips, it's obvious sometimes. they throwing the game. So Jack, what you got?
Yeah, when I heard it was going on in MLB, MMA, UFC, and NBA, it was only a matter of time before it hit the college ranks. It was already hitting the college ranks. They just hadn't caught it yet because some of these cats involved in this NBA joint trickled it down to these smaller schools. They were recruiting these guys, offering 30 to 40K. If you can get some of your teammates involved too. And you got 39 players on 17 D1 teams. Not to count all the pro players that's done got hemped up in this. I knew it was going to happen, man. I mean, it happened before gambling was legal, back in the regular days. You go back to the 1970s, what was the Black Sox? Gambling has always affected sports. But when you got teams out here, and like he says, the bets are huge. That's what kind of makes it obvious when you see 500K bet on Alabama State. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Abilene Christian, Alabama State, Buffalo, Coppin State, a DMV school. You got DePaul, Fordham, LaSalle over there in Philly, New Orleans, Nicholls State, NC, North Carolina A&T, Northwestern State, Robert Morris, St. Louis, Southern Miss, Tulane, Eastern Michigan, and one of my favorites, Kennesaw State, man. I be winning some cheese on Kennesaw State. I wonder why now. Their player, Simeon Cottle, he's the conference preseason player of the year. So this cat's kind of up there. If you're the conference preseason player of the year selection. So he's kind of the biggest commodity caught in this out of all these players, I feel. I don't know what they're going to do, man. They say all this began around September 2022. So this has been going on for a minute. They've been investigating these cats. And the NBA stuff, they've been investigating even longer. So it's not the first. It's not the last. It's just a shame.
Well, I'll take some words from Nas. It said it was written. Like we are in the place where we're gonna have to figure out like where we operate in the space and time that is reality of betting and sports gambling, and the problem I want the world to understand is that this isn't new. This isn't something that just happened. And Matty Ice is probably you know him as Matt Catlin. We know him as Matty Ice as the Drive Time show on Mondays. And I know he's going to do a gambling show on this. And the thing is, you can't act like this is something that just happened. Things that just happen aren't operating in the space of right now. Like this is a thing that's been going on for a long time. Whether we take it back to Boston and Boston College shaving points, like this is a thing. This isn't because we just all of a sudden understand and accept gambling in our sports world. This isn't that. This isn't that moment. So don't be late to the party. Don't be tardy to the party. And want to place this on the gambling part of this world that we live in. No, this is going on and it's been going on. The thing that you should accept is that the fact that we have the ability now to recognize, accept, appreciate, and condone or discondone or uncondone or whatever the word you want to say, that gambling is legal. And we are now fighting the fight to make what is real, whether it's point shaving or whatever. We get the moment now to make this work and figure this out. And the unfortunate part is these college students are so dumb that they don't care and they don't understand that we are watching them. You're being watched every moment, every second, every hour. And there are some times last night that, maybe the three of us, when you was with your wife, your girlfriend, or whoever it was, you didn't want the world to know, but you did. But these kids are getting to know what they did last night in this moment. So that's the trouble, and that's the problem. Go ahead, BJ.
And real quick, Maddie said what ticked me off is the Buffalo one against Kent State. And the over under, they made it sound like it was the Kent players in the headlines for clickbait. Jason Winkler from YouTube, he says single digits in Chicago. Absolutely. We're gonna move on to our next topic, man, and our final topic. And we got a little surprise. I didn't know this about Mo, but he is a Miami Hurricanes fan because all I see him is Terps get at Terps games all the time. So we're going to go on to our last and final topic, which is tomorrow night, the national championship game, and the Indiana Hoosiers are taking the Miami Hurricanes. Hoosiers! They are 8.5 point favorites with the over-under being 47.5. Mo, I'll let you start it out. Talk to me about why I already know you're picking the U. Tell me how are they gonna beat the machine that is the Indiana Hoosiers?
Yeah. So first of all, Maryland's always been my number 2 team. It's just that's my home squad, and so I haven't missed a Maryland home game in 10 years. Like I go to every home game. But what people forget is Maryland. Well, not people forget, but Maryland used to be in the ACC where they played Miami. So growing up, I'm watching the Maryland game a lot because they're playing Miami too, So, and then we were like diehard, like I told you, we came to America. I learned Redskins, Commanders, and at that time, the hottest team was Miami. So it was just like, okay, Redskins, automatically Miami. I was like, okay, the U guy. So I've been through a lot of quarterbacks with Miami over the years since our great days, right? I'm talking about Ja'Cory Harris, Stephen Morrison. Like I can name some quarterbacks you never even heard of, and our problem always was not getting a quarterback till the transfer portal happened. Obviously, we get more access to quarterbacks, right? So now that we've got Carson back, I watched Carson back season. I'm not fully a believer in back because he gets flustered quick, and he'll do some Jared Goff type stuff. Like 1 second he's throwing dimes, and he just throw 2 picks in a row, and he'll just mentally crumble and do 3 picks in a row. Like can't get out that fog. So if we're gonna win this game, we need a good start because I don't think he can handle early mistakes where he can dig his team out of just from watching him. I mean, he has the defense. We got some playmakers on receivers, tight end. Team is stacked, but it's gonna come to Beck's mental. And like I said, if he gets flustered quick, flustered early, we in for a long day, But the way I like Indiana too. I like how they play. I like the machine. You know how somebody called them. They're just like that team with just elite. Just got good shooters. A team of white boys, and they all just good shooters, and they just beating you by with fundamentals. You just like, how are we losing? And then they're just like really good. So now I'm obviously picking Miami. So it's all gonna come down to one thing, and that's gonna be Carson Beck managing his emotions and his mental, because that's the only thing that scares me. Because I feel like we'll be able to get the stops we need. We'll be able to hit Mendoza, who's actually pretty faster than I expected. I seen him come to Maryland and handle us, and he ran, and I was just like, oh, he didn't look like he could run that fast. So I expect it to be a good game, but obviously you's gonna be able to take this, and it's probably gonna be an over. I'm gonna go over, and I got Miami winning this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on behalf of the Miami Hurricanes, I give Mario Cristobal all the credit for bringing this squad back to the promised land. You've been out of it for a moment, so I'm a Carson Beck fan. I am. Liked him at Georgia. Took a vicious hit in the college football playoffs last year that, blew his shoulder out, and he was able to come back and rehab and become this quarterback he is. I think he had a tremendous season. Mark Fletcher, the running back at Miami, that boy's slick as grease when he gets through that line. And what is it? Malachi Tony. The young man should be a senior in high school right now, but that's how good he balls. He's on the national championship stage Monday night, and the boy's 17, 18 years old. It's just so amazing how good these kids get at such young ages. On the other side of the ball, what can you say about Coach Signetti? The man is just overflowing with confidence, and he has no reason not to be confident in his well-disciplined squad. Mendoza, Heisman Trophy quarterback, first Heisman out of Indiana. Shit, probably the best quarterback out of Indiana ever. Hemby, solid running, ever. Hemby, a solid running back on the side. I think him and Fletcher can go blow for blow. I just feel that Indiana defense, and Miami has a stout defense too, don't get me wrong. But Indiana, it's going to be in the trenches that I think they're going to win the game, between the offensive line, concerning the Miami defensive line as best can. Mr. Bain and them can be something. I really think the Indiana offensive line can handle that, and the Indiana defensive line is going to be able to get the back. So I'm going to count Indiana winning this in the under. It's going to be a defensive ball game on both sides. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a 20 to 13 game.
Oh, wow.
And for these high-scoring offense like Indiana, 20 points ain't much. That's a defensive game. So I take Indiana in the under, guys.
Wow. I'm glad you pontificated on this point the way you did.
Let you know why.
It's because you let people know why. You let everybody understand. And I'm going to say it this way. He might be my second favorite artist in the world of music, but he has a song called The Beautiful Ones. His name is Prince Nelson Rogers. And unfortunately for him, he was in an era where there was a guy, Michael Jackson, that precedes him in everything and every way of being a great artist. And unfortunately for him, he's number 2. And I don't know if, this is the show or this is the place where we have to deal with seconds. We have to deal with residuals. But in this game, the beautiful ones, they will always hurt you every time. And in this course, in this space that we operate in, the beautiful ones are Indiana football. And unfortunately for them, they have to deal with the Miami Hurricanes, who are going to come downhill and punch them in the mouth. And I believe Like I'm on Martin Luther King. Like there will be a place where black children, white children will all hold hands and live on swings and do the things that they do, because I believe, I have a dream that in this space and in this time that the Miami Hurricanes will be your reigning, defending national champions, because they make the world go round. And I didn't believe it at first, but at this place and in this happy stance, I am a believer. I'm green and gold to my soul for the Carolinas that are in DC basketball. But in this moment, I will be orange and green and believe that the U has come back and found a place in the hearts of many and in the souls of the people that are soulless and are heartless. But I believe in the U. 89, 26, Willis McGahee, all those dudes. Welcome
you got
to the world of believing. Welcome to the place to be. It's the U. It's the Midnight Rider, Faisal Corician.
Picking the U because you picked the U twice and they won. You picked against them twice, and they won. So that's the only reason you picking the U now.
No, take me to another place. Take me to a higher lane.
Hey Mo, do you know David Alonzo?
Yes, I do.
I don't know what he's talking about. He said you have his face. I don't know what he.
You have his face. It's a quote somebody used about their kid. It's like you have.
Yes.
Yep. Well, look, David, give us a like and a follow, partner.
Yes, sir.
So it's funny that that's even said, because I used to always joke with my dad, and I used to always tell him he's the second best looking Conti that I know. I'm first, he's second, and then when my kid was born, my kid used to always joke. He was like, "Yeah, I'm the best." I'm like, "Nah, like you're third." So we
Real
good.
quick.
It always got to be number one, man.
Real quick, Matty Ice says.
Oh, Jack, I keep telling you, the problem with the world is Jesus has to understand that I'm the second best creation that God ever made. He created the world. He created me.
I mean that shot I gave you early really hit. It was spot on. All right. Matty Ice says a big spread. I think Indiana wins, but Miami covers.
Yep.
Juan Jose Rosales says Prince is number one for him.
Oh, Juan, what's up?
J-Dub comes.
So
hold on.
Juan,
we gotta get through
I
this.
know you gotta get to the quotes, but no, Juan is living in a world where he doesn't understand greatness. Like he sees greatness on the surface. He doesn't understand. Like Mike J took Smokey Robinson's song and made it his with the Jackson 5.
You see what I go through? You see,
you know what? I'm gonna leave this conversation as something that should be happening in the Moxie. And if you don't know, now you know. And I'll leave it at that.
J-Dub, I think it's Indiana's year to win. Should be a great game, though. Anthony checking in. What's going on, Anthony?
What's up, man?
He said, has the power gone to Midnight Rider head? Think that he has. Yeah, it is. It has. It definitely has. Miami's defensive line versus Indiana's offensive line is a matchup in this game.
Amen. Amen.
God's gift to the network, the Midnight Rider.
Hey.
Look, Anthony drinking the Kool-Aid.
I'm gonna bring this in real quick. I picked against Indiana versus Alabama. After Alabama went, I think it was Oklahoma. I was impressed with them, and then Indiana came and did what they did to Alabama. I'm gonna go with Indiana. I think the Miami covers. I'm going over. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Indiana defense flusters back a little bit. That's where I'm going to go with that. So we are going to go to our last couple of segments where we are going to go what you eating real quick before we get off the air. We got 2 divisional games today, Mo. We always what you eating for the game, what you fixing, what you got cooking over there.
Nothing special because over the holidays I didn't put on too much. I'm like almost at 250, right? So right now I'm on a low carb diet, no soda, no beer, no anything, because I got to bring my weight back down. So I got the wife making some wings. It's gonna be breaded, but that's about all the carbs I'll have, and I'll probably have that with some salad or something. Trying to be healthy.
Let me tell you what you do. You take a pencil and you write diet on this joint.
Nah, diet just as bad as regular, man.
It is
soda, bro.
It is.
And like I say, we talk about eating a lot on this show, Mo. But fortunately, a couple of us have lost some pounds. I've lost 35. Midnight Rider, I know, has lost some. I haven't heard about BJ's weight journey. But
now.
Down 70?
Yeah, from 23, the end of 23 to now. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you was in the middle of that. Awesome. So, all right, but we do talk about food a lot. But here's what I recommend, Mo. Go with my diet. My diet's called fins and feathers. If it don't got fins or feathers, don't eat it. And it works. It works. But I think we're doing some shrimp today, some shrimp tacos. I want to throw something together for the games, though, but shrimp tacos is a supper. Yeah, that's what we have. And Midnight Rider, what you working with?
Yo, Mo, I know you're new to the show, and I have to give you some credence in these moments that I'm talking to you. It's hard work when you're the sex symbol of the network. When you're the guy, when you're the face.
Boy, this shit coming through the screen now, boy.
When
things, my boots on.
There's certain things that happen, right? Mo, I'm gonna try to be humble in these moments, right? But when the earth spins around the axis, there's one thing that it spins on, and it is the Midnight Rider.
It's deep, BJ. It's deep over here.
It's deep. It's getting deep. It's getting deep.
Get my feet out.
Ain't no plunger in the world can get this shit out of here.
No.
When God says, "Let there be light," and let there be the Midnight Rider.
Let there be him on.
That's just, I mean, Jesus get mad at me because he says, he gave the world his only begotten son. But the only problem is he gave them me. So this is the problem I have to deal with.
Preaching Jesus.
I am laced with barriers and these burdens of being great. But today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give me a steak. I'm gonna have me a steak, and we're gonna make it great.
I ain't had one of those.
So yeah, Mo, I appreciate you being there. And I hope you just took in the greatness that you are blessed with. That's all I'm gonna say.
I hope we ain't scaring me. He come back. Damn, man.
I don't know, man. All that bullshit. Because I mean, he lying. He really talking about me.
Hey, whatever he's on, I need some of that.
Oh man, he ain't even on it.
Real quick to finish out the show, Anthony comes in. Miami tempo, I compare it to a boxer who's going to overwhelm me with punch output and accumulation. That's how they wear you down, but they're not going to knock you out with one punch. They're similar to Oscar De La Hoya, Robert Duran. The output is going to wear you out by the 12th round. You don't have the energy to even stop them because Miami is going to be running the ball. BJ, what's your thoughts on my last 2 comments? I agree with you, Anthony. I definitely agree with you.
It's what they need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right. He's you spot on with that take, Anthony. I like that take. Real quick, Matty Ice. Drive Time plug. The February 2nd show is going to be his Olympic hockey preview. Can the U.S. get the gold for the first time since 80? Tune in. We will be pushing that show for February 2nd, the Olympic hockey. BJP's mute the Midnight Rider. I think that's the first request ever where we've had somebody request that somebody else be muted. I want to give y'all, we wrapping this up. I want to wrap y'all up with something real quick. Out of 23 NFL head coaches with 5+ playoff wins, Sean McDermott is one of them. He is the only one that has not had a Super Bowl appearance. I just want to leave y'all with that. All right.
So let's go there because Kevin Stefanski is hired by the Atlanta Falcons, and I think that is
good hire.
I think that's the best hire so far that I can think of. And the only thing better than Kevin Stefanski going to the Atlanta Falcons is January 19th, 1976 is God giving me birth. So
Jesus.
take it from there.
Mo, what's your final thoughts, man? Look, I really appreciate you coming on, man. Like, love having you. Like Midnight Rider said, on Thursday show, we got the Commander's Couch coming up. That should be a fun show. Definitely welcome to hop on there. What's your final thoughts, man, about the Sunday rides coming on for the first time?
Oh man, this has been awesome. Dope. It's better than I even expected. You know, I definitely would love to come back. Hit me with the info for the Commanders pod, because I definitely got some stuff I want to get off my chest with them. I'm gonna sound like bees when I start ranting off. They're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy apparently cares," you know, because I have some opinions about that. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to some good football though this weekend, and Miami to hopefully close out the deal so I can actually, you know, witness them close one out in my lifetime when I'm not a tiny kid, you know.
Yo, it's the same league, bro.
Hey, hold on, no. Jack, what's your final thought? I muted Midnight Rider. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Now it's my show.
Nah,
man.
Jack finishing off.
I want to holler at all the new names I seen in the comments today. You had Jason, Larry, Justin, Tony, Juan. Welcome back, Day. Nice to see you hollering at us again.
Yes, sir.
Anthony, hit us up on Tuesday, bro. Tuesday we'll know. So hit us up on Tuesday, Ant. Win or lose, bro. And all them new cats, man. Come on, hit that like, follow, and subscribe. Help us grow every day as a bigger network. Plenty of shows to choose from. I'm sure you can find one that will fit you just fine. And I want to thank Mo for joining us today. Appreciate you. Good meeting you, Mo.
Yeah, nice meeting y'all too, fellas.
Hey, Midnight Rider finishes out. Mo, my bad, because I told Mo, come in. I ain't going to have you that long. We've been on for 2 hours ranting and raving. He had to hear me cuss out my Buffalo Bills. Midnight Rider, take us out of here.
Take the mute off.
Hey, I'm going to let y'all know full facts. Like, you know, when God made the world, he took 7 days. He only took 1 day to make me. That's all I'm going to say. Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. We out.
Got that outro, bro?